Hello, my name is Qais Siela. I am a multimedia engineer, PhD candidate, and I have interest on consciousness research. I will talk you today about Deep Feeling project. Deep Feeling is more than a simple project. It's a dream for a better mankind with the slogan high love plus high technology is equal to high impact. The project began with a state of consciousness about world's problems. I said at that time to myself what we can do to have a world with less violence, less hooliganism, less arrogance, less racism, less violence, less illegal immigration, less fitness obsession, and less materialism. This problem could be seen as having no common relationship, but in depth, the ego, which is the illusionary sense of identity composed of failures and successes. This concept is presented by Mr. Eckhart Tolle in his books. Oriental philosophies are actually talking about ego death. But as human beings living in a society, we should have our ego. But ego should be quiet enough to have noble relationships with others. The question remains, how to do it? According to my readings, there is an interesting experience called near-death experience, where a person in coma state returns to life and tells a mysterious experience beginning with seeing his body from a remote position, traveling through a tunnel with light at the end, seeing his life story and returning to life. The interesting fact with these experiences is that these people acquire a lovely personality with less ego. But shall a man go to coma to take these benefits? The answer is no. In fact, we propose a virtual reality simulation of NDE phenomenon to take its benefit in a safe way. The work began in collaboration with my friend Mr. Muhammad Kharrat, who is a doctor in technology from the University of Tokyo. He is also a serial entrepreneur and head of an e-health cluster in Sfax. The key concept is to do a virtual reality simulation of NDE along with a pre and post evaluation of ego potential. So we do the simulation and we do an evaluation of personality before the simulation and after the simulation at short term and at long term. This is a simulation of out-of-body experience we have developed. So as you have seen, we see the body from a remote position. We had the opportunity to talk about our work in IONS conference held in 2015 in Chicago. Thanks to this conference, we had the opportunity to contact Mrs. Marilyn Schlitz, who is the head of doctoral program at the University of Transpersonal Psychology, Sophia at California. Mr. Schlitz is author of several books and is a public speaker. She proposed herself as scientific advisor for the project, along with her colleague, Mrs. Dorothy Lochi, who is a psychologist. As we have said, the validation of our work passes through a positive shift in ego potential. The classical tests based on written surveys are subjective. We are then proposing a serious game for personality assessment where our software collects parameters while playing a game. Recently, a virtual reality simulation of NDE experience was proposed by the Spanish team led by Professor Merslatter. This work presented some similarity with ours. Even if the initiative is good, this work has several drawbacks. It is purely scientific work and could not be commercially public. There is no objective evaluation of ego potential, and the number of participants is so little that we consider that their conclusion is hated. The content when seen by a gaming expert, is presenting bad scenario and graphics. Nevertheless, we have retained a great idea from this work, which is using virtual reality avatars live for live review. The same avatars live is also used for personality assessment, so virtual reality NDE and serious game will present similar content. So, to cope with these new requirements, we have extended the team with Mr. Muhammad Ali Al-Hadri, who is a serious game expert, with scenarist Mr. Jawhar bin Hamouda, and with VR and game developer Mr. Muhammad Babai. We are also collaborating with Mr. Mehdi Kharrat for some web marketing issues. The system and business model we propose is to download for free our mobile game. The graphic content and personality parameters are stored online in our servers. At a certain stage, we propose to the player to download a personalized content for virtual reality NDE. This virtual reality content is downloaded for $5. And it could be displayed with a simple gyroscope-equipped smartphone and head-mounted device. Tracking personality parameters could be continued after VR experience with our free mobile serious game. This is scientifically helpful to assess positive personality change. Several considerations took us optimistic for the success of this project. First, there is a rising spiritual awareness, mainly among youth community. We are also confident because NDE is an attractive experience. Our work is intended to succeed because, as a human, tend to defy death. NDE simulation could be seen as so. We intend to launch the experimental phase in Tunisia and our partners in the US. This experimental scientific phase will approximately take 2 years. After validation, we aim to have a first annual income of $1 million. The following years, the income could be phenomenal if the idea becomes a worldwide epidemic according to social theory of tipping point. At the end, let me remind you that our primary aim and dream is a better mankind. This is our battle, and for this we strive. Thank you.